Northern youths arrested by a motorcode in Ondo community claim they were sent to undergo military training, and the army denies it. No fewer than 45 youths from the northern part of the country were arrested by the Ondo State Security Network, also known as Amotekun Corps. There was tension among the residents of Okitipupa, the headquarters of the Okitipupa local government area of Ondo State. No fewer than 45 youths from the northern part of the country were arrested by the Ondo State Security Network, also known as Amotekun Corps. It was gathered that the youths conveyed in a truck were intercepted in front of the army barracks at about 10 p.m. on Thursday and were taken to Akure, the state's capital. Many residents of the town who gathered at the scene expressed apprehension that the northern youths were in the town to cause havoc. A source said the Amotekun Corps personnel arrested the Fulani youths who were being conveyed in a trailer in front of the army barracks. As the Amotekun Corps accosted them, some jumped out of the vehicle and ran into town, but about 45 were arrested. When they were interrogated, they said they were sent from the north to undergo military training in the barracks. After that, the Amotekun Corps took them away from town. When contacted, the state commander of the corps, Chief Adetunji Adeleye, confirmed the arrest, saying the investigation had commenced. Okay, well, will it be completed? That is the real question. We have commenced investigation into the matter, he said, reacting. The chairman of Okitipupa local government area, Mr. Akinrinwa, who addressed the people at the scene of the incident, alleged that it was an indigene who facilitated the travelers' trip to the town. Akinrinwa said the state chapter of Amotekun had also apprehended the person. The public relations officer to the state police command, Mr. T. Leo Ikoro, in an interview with Punch, also confirmed the incident, saying the suspect had been handed over to the Amotekun Corps. He said the men are mostly northerners who said they wanted to undergo military training in the barracks to be security guards, but the commander did not allow them because he did not have a signal to that effect. But since there was no place to keep them, they have been handed over to Amotekun, as they should. I think, first of all, you might think it's not related, but it's the irony of how Amotekun is allowed to operate freely, but then ESN can't be the same for them. So yeah. Also, let's just go straight to the comments. Someone says it's appalling when a security outfit set up for seriousness begin to behave like the unserious ones before them. It is only a coward hunter that throws away his weapon, citing the game of his intent. Okay. They were sent to barracks to undergo military training. How true is that? But then if you're sent, why would you go through unscrupulous ways? Like, because again, why they have, if it's true, they have to, who sent them to undergo the military training? Does that person actually have a role in the Nigerian government? Like, even if you were, why would you go through the bushes, or why would you be in a position where you're caught? Someone says they should be returned back to the north. Let them go and train them. Okay. These Yoruba accomplices should be dealt with. The spate of kidnapping couldn't have reached this high level but for some unpatriotic Yorubas. The arrested Yoruba accomplice must have brought them to our land for diabolical reasons. They are being prepared for 2023 general elections. Imagine if no one then votes and everyone stays in their houses. So what is the plan for them to be at the elections? Because it would be definitely for rigging or just frustrating the efforts of voters, and it doesn't make sense. Someone says the training can also be done in the north, especially now that every Fulani youth is into kidnapping business. Amotekun should treat them as suspected kidnappers. They have no cogent reason or coherent reason to move down to the southwest in a large number. Those Fulani still in the forest should be treated as bushmeat, no mercy, kill the killers before they kill us. But okay, kill. Okay, we don't have to go there. But for them to be apprehended, taken, arrested, and thrown in jail, that's it. You've separated them from society. And if you want to rehabilitate them, to be honest, rehabilitation only applies, I'm so sorry, it applies in first world countries. As in, these people have been consistent in their system for so many years. It works, it's efficient. And then they now start having the conversations of, you know what, are these prison systems helping us there? So rehabilitation and all that, that is a conversation that is left for like developed countries, you know? Because we're literally at the basic. It's like we're at the level that we're at. You can't give what you don't have, because it's like you want to do the most when you've not equipped yourself to be the best you can be at that level. You can't do more than yourself. You're in level A, you want to achieve things in level Z, but you've not, it doesn't make sense. Your efforts will be frustrated. You yourself will be frustrated. So again, it's not even a thing of just arrest them and put them in prison or whatever. And that's it. So yeah, someone says thanks so much, Amotekun. Again, some people are also sort of, against it, saying, or against Amotekun, say they're inefficient and all that. But the fact is that they're allowed. I mean, you wouldn't hear that, okay, fine, and the governor of the state is telling them, you know what, go and meet the Amotekun cops and fish them out and kill them or whatever. You see, is the irony for me. It's like, how come is that when it comes to ESN doing the exact same thing that Amotekun sets us to do, even at a more efficient level? It's a problem even when the governor of the own state sends military and just operatives to frustrate their efforts, when really and truly they're helping you. They're actually helping the whole country. I mean, helping the whole state at the end of the day. So yeah, of course, again, investigation has commenced, but then under the Nigerian law, it's like, are they a proper security group? Because they're not under the Nigerian police force. So it's like, who are they? You know what I mean? But then for them to be allowed to roam freely, and do what they want, obviously in line with security and all that, they will be the one that are the most compromised, because they don't have to follow protocol. They're just there to protect their own people, and yeah, that's basically just what it is. So yeah, 45 youth from the northern part were arrested in Ondo State, and they claimed to have been sent to undergo military training, but then the army denies it. So then who's lying and who's telling the truth? So it's not like who sent you, as an investigation, as in in harsh investigations, as in like asking tough questions where they can't get away what they're doing, because again, very rude. So people, I think about it in the comment section below. Do you believe that Amotekun is doing a good job? Do you even believe that? What do you believe the actual reason that these northerners that were actually sent for military training, what do you think might have been the real aim for them to show up? Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.